Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Linda's Sue Plants for you. Today I'm going to bring you a video about one plant. This is the Echeveria Black Knight. I know that there's one called the Black Prince that looks very similar to this, but my understanding is the difference between the two is the Black Knight has pointier leaves and darker color. And a lot of that's going to depend on how much light you give it as well. So they're kind of hard to tell apart for me, but this definitely is a Black Knight. I did a lot of research on it since my last video to make sure, and I'm pretty confident that I got it right. Anyway, this plant, see if I can back up a little bit here. This plant is in the corner of my dining room next to this cabinet. It is taking up a lot of precious real estate, as we call it. And I'm pretty sure that I can fit quite a few plants in this space instead of just the one. And because I'm running out of space, I have decided that's what I'm going to do. But I really had a hard time deciding whether I wanted to cut this up or not. The story behind this is I was at Pick and Save with my granddaughter probably about a year and a half ago, maybe a year and 3/4 now. And this plant right here was in a little basket, and it wasn't much bigger than this. And they wanted $20 for it. And I did not want to spend $20 on that little plant. Those of you that know me know that I'm really not nuts about succulents to begin with. I don't have real good luck with them. I think part of the reason is because they're slow growing. And there are some people, some YouTubers, or plant tubers if you will, that absolutely love succulents, and they do such a wonderful, wonderful job with them. One of them that comes to mind, dang, I forget what it's called now. Oh, if I remember it when I finish this video, I'll put it on the screen if I remember to do that. I think it's called Succulent Greenhouse. She's a young gal down in Florida, and I've been following her for the last 2 years, and she's really done wonders. But getting back to my dilemma here, for a while I had this in a place where it just got neglected, and as you can see, there's quite a bit of vining there that doesn't have any growth on it. And although there is a lot of growth on the bottom, and I'll see if I can slowly pull that up so you can see it. And I guess if I leave it there long enough, it will be big and huge and gorgeous, and kind of like this piece right here. And so that's kind of what has been making me hesitate to do anything with this. I kind of just, I liked the wonkiness of it because it was so different that I just wanted to see what it would do. And I think it's pretty remarkable how this plant has grown, so I wanted to get it on video. But I am going to cut this up. I know I can hear some of you saying, no, don't do it, don't do it. And I have felt that way for a while about this. Every time I think I'm going to do it, I say, oh, maybe not. Maybe I'll just leave it go a little longer. But honestly, folks, you know, as great looking as it is, like I said, it's very wonky, and I know there's not two of a kind of this, but at the same time, I really need this space for other plants. And like I said, I'm really not that fond of most succulents. I do have some that I love. My variegated jade is one of them. But most succulents, I'm not good at it. So I'm going to keep a piece of this for myself. And I'm going to give some of it to my granddaughter, who talked me into buying this in the first place. And when we got in the car, I remember saying to her, I wonder, why did you want me to get that so bad? And she kind of smiled. I said, oh, you want me to give you a cutting from that, don't you? And she laughed. I busted her. But that's okay. I've got plenty here to share with her and my daughter, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the long stems, but I think I don't know yet. I won't know until I actually get to cutting it, but I'm going to try and do that later today, hopefully, and then I will bring to you the result of what I do. So take one last look, and that stand she's in, by the way, my husband made for me. He's so talented. The bottom of it is an old lamp, and well, the very bottom of it is an old antique lamp base, and then there's some wrought iron that he salvaged from a railing, from an old wrought iron railing, and then the top is a basket that he found at the thrift store, and that heart-shaped he made. That was just a handle on top of that basket, but he made the heart shape and welded it to the back of that. So I just love that stand. But I have another spot for that stand. So we're going to utilize everything here, just not the way it is. But I'll give you one last look close up. You can see there's new ones starting in here. And this, if I can get my arm that far. Pieces are falling off. You can see how that's growing. It's really kind of crazy, isn't it? So I'm not even sure how I'm going to separate all this yet. It's going to take some thought. And here we got a little rosette starting on the end. And there's a couple more on both ends on those bottom pieces. Oh, and there's another one right there. So there's plenty here to work with. I've already checked with my girls to make sure they still want some of this. My daughter and my granddaughter, and they said yes. So that's where it's going. So at least it'll be in a good home. In the meantime, I'm going to end this video and start cutting on it, and I will bring you the result of this when it's done. So stay tuned.